12:46. New notification that we will broadcast. Notification. Game information sent.
We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the ball's long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action on first down. He's going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Let's take just a second to talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. looking to throw. It's Aguilar. Oh, they're after him.
Damn, I got hit.
And the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's got the tight end. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. You just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Grabbed over the middle, it's Matthews. Still running at the 40. Gashing the knee on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Ott. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. To throw, it's Mateer. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rides to back and leaves it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown ball.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't drop. Turning it on! He's at the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Sooner!
Ran right by it, man.
Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Takes a handoff. It's Tatum. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
To the air on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Wiggles free.
Man, we gotta get the first set, right?
Knocked down at 42.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's only thrown for 2 touchdowns. We're going to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think about it.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Ott. Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lofts one high and deep. Wide out trying to get it in.
No way.
Goes out of bounds just short of the...
No way.
Right, and they'll be set up and in great position here. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bishop. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down bump. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. To the air, it's Aguilar. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They just keep firing. Under fire. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
The give to the tailback. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Bring in the heat. Pulls it in. It's up. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got the back over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Looking deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Working that wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the house.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Direct snap. Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On the move. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now up by 7 points here in the second. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Aguilar. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. He's looking deep. Holds it in on the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run the counter. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help.
He's got it on the outside. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Power football with the run.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Powers through the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. The short hands, it's Tatum. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Rushes on him. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line.
Well, this ain't good for the offense. When you get down close to the goal line, you don't want to be going backwards. They can't sustain more negative plays.
Man, what a huge play from this defense. Everything looked bleak. Now they've completely flipped this situation around, put the offense a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Touchdown, Volunteer! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there's being carved. No shot. There's no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Tatum. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll operate out of split backs. They want to throw it. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
After the misfire, it's second down. The inside handoff. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's Staley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Here's the pressure. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And how about that
Damn,
by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has
Slow as fuck, too, bro.
Stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Slow as hell.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 28 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Going deep, and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
That's insane.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks.
Ran through the tackle, and he's... Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Vols want to move quickly.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives.
Man, you can't hit him on the run, bro.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
You got to catch that.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it
bro,
in.
you picked them up. He ran through you.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it
anyway.
Didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
This drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. It's Mateer.
And you offside, bro. Come on. Come on, bro.
Bounds, but we've got laundry on the
No
field.
way.
Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the 1st down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Yeah, bro, I'm just out of it.
What
the fuck,
last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Pocket
Oh, shit.
down. Makes the grab. It's Staley. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
Dominating my damn.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
My O-line.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Matthews. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has
like
his
fly.
offense on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols with the 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming.
Look at that shit, bro.
Here comes
Come on.
and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. A deep throw is the
And he threw it out of bounds.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down.
Other shit out of bounds.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Oh, they're after him. He's got it inside the 30. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
What the hell?
From the red zone, looking for a man. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself.
And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score. There's a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Incomplete.
Wow, bro, what the fuck?
Defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
On the ground, it's Barnes. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Barnes. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the first down, still on his feet. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That